assess the situation firsthand. The Chief Minister of Uttarakhand has just finished briefing, or his briefing still continues. While I was waiting for some papers to come in, I was also watching what he had to say. But to update you with the rescue and relief efforts, I would give you a broad overview of what has happened between yesterday and today. And then, of course, we have officers from the various agencies whose people are there on the ground who are working, and they would take any questions which you may like to ask. I think the first thing which needs to be emphasized is that all agencies of the Government of India and the state government are continuing to work in a coordinated manner for rescue and relief measures. I would like to underscore the fact that in a coordinated manner, because I've seen certain reports which seem to suggest as if there is a lack of coordination. Let me clearly and absolutely, in a very unambiguous manner, reiterate that coordination, given the situation on the ground, to the best extent that it can be achieved, it is being done in a harmonious and a seamless manner. Today, 10,000 people were evacuated by air and road to safer places. The total figure of those who have been evacuated now stands at 70,000. 70,000. Cabinet Secretary held a meeting of the National Crisis Management Committee this evening, and the meeting continued a little late, which that is why we had to delay our briefing by half an hour. The Indo-Tibetan Border Police has evacuated 4,000 people today. The point of concern is a place called Jungle Cheti, where about 400 to 500 people are still there. The army has already reached Jungle Cheti. Only 70 to 80 people are left in Kedarnath now. Operations 70 to 80 people, 70 से 80 लोग केदारनाथ में अभी वहां पर हैं, and operations are on. Hopefully they would be over by tomorrow. Foot tracks have also been made from Jungle Cheti. Army is helping able-bodied to come down the foot tracks. Gagaria has been evacuated. No one has been left in Gagaria. The National Disaster Rescue Force, if I get the acronym correctly, NDRF has rescued 143 persons from Gaurikund. There are 149 sadhus which continue to remain there. They apparently do not want to leave. A medical camp has been set up in Gupta Kashi. The army has rescued 4,000 people today, of which 2,000 were in critical areas. 390 people were evacuated by helicopters. Able-bodied are being helped to walk down by road wherever possible. There are about 100 people still left in Hemkund Sahib, but information suggests that there is enough food, water and other supplies which are available there. Badrinath areas have about 8,000 pilgrims are still there. Army will airlift 2 bridges to Gauchar tomorrow morning. The National Institute of Mountaineering, their personnel are also being utilized by the army. Railways are moving people and relief supplies free of charge. No one is waiting at the station in Hardwar. That's what the Railways has to report. The Indian Air Force, despite weather problems, 150 sorties were done till today afternoon. 1,355 persons were airlifted today. The C-130 was utilized to evacuate more than 100 persons. A forward air base has been established at Dharasu. The total Number of aircrafts which have been deployed in this operation are as follows: 43 helicopters of the Indian Air Force, 11 of the Army, and 7 private helicopters. Total 61 helicopters are a part of the operation. 2 more are going to be deployed tomorrow. Petroleum, the focus is on ensuring that there are enough supplies of aviation turbine fuel at Gauchar. IIF needs about 55 kiloliters every day to keep the operation going. On the telecommunications front, as I reported yesterday in the afternoon, and that information must have been updated by my colleagues in the evening, 167 towers out of 287 towers have been restored today. 167 out of 287. 287 में से 167 जो संचार के टावर हैं उनको रिस्टोर कर दिया गया है और ये उम्मीद है कि बाकियों पे भी काम कल पूरा हो जाएगा. Insofar as the ATF is concerned, the aviation turbine fuel, there has been, as I had earlier reported, an attempt made to see that it is fully augmented, and so that there is no disruption in the operation. Wherever backup supplies are required, they have been requisitioned. Police escorts are being provided to see that those supplies reach the destined areas on time. LPG is also being accessed from both the Hardwar and the Haldwani bottling plants to ensure that people on the ground have access to LPG, and plus it is available to all those people who are engaged in the rescue and relief effort, so that the local demands could also be taken care of. And similarly, we have a report with regard to motor spirit, high-speed diesel, and other lubes and oils which are required. In adequate quantity, they are being provided to the people who are engaged in the rescue efforts and the other locals on the ground. We also have a status report from the government of Uttarakhand, which has come in at 4 p.m. today, which lists out the casualty figure. And I would like to emphasize that given the fact that operations are continuing, given the fact that the rescue agencies are operating in terrain which is inhospitable, to say the least, these figures could be tentative. So therefore, I am only giving out figures which have come in from the Uttarakhand government as of 4 p.m. today. But please do bear in mind that these figures could be tentative, and these figures obviously are subject to revision. I would like to caveat it with that. The total number of dead people is unfortunately 557. People injured is 412. They have made some tentative assessments of the damage which has been done to residential property, to bridges, to the roads which have been damaged. As I reported that about 70,000 people have been evacuated, and the persons stranded, according to this report, is about 22,000 people are still stranded. And so therefore they have given an update to the National Crisis Management Committee with regard to what their feedback is on the ground. But needless to stress, as operations are still continuing, these figures are tentative. These figures obviously would be subject to revision.